O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. Let's get right to the sage of Southern California. Joins us from Santa Barbara. So, Miller, you're looking a little like Captain Nemo these days. Jim's missing. You know, underwater in the sub.
The way the world is now, I could definitely go onto a submarine and never come back onto land, my friend.
There's no primaries down there, you know. You just dive really deep.
In a second, when your worst problem in your day is being attacked by a giant squid, you've got it knocked.
That's right, where we are. All right, so look, it looks like Clinton versus Trump. If that happens, which way are you going?
Well, listen, you know, I've said many times, I mean, every time I'm on here, they might as well put Clinton, not Clinton, on the ballot. I'm voting for not Clinton. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of it, can I say that somebody's got to not overly sedate Chris Christie like that again? I mean, when they pumped that sedation dart into his haunch, they loaded it up with too much stuff. I mean, look at him. He looks like he had a drink with Cosby. What is that look? Now, listen, here's the thing about Trump.
You know what that look is? Wait, can I explain what that look is?
What?
What the hell am I doing here?
I don't know about that. Listen. Oddly enough, and I didn't see this coming, but Trump, the billionaire, has become a blue-collar hero. I think when John Roberts jammed Obamacare through, John Roberts, I remember thinking, that is the straw that broke the camel smoker's back. I think all these guys in the Rust Belt are thinking, I'm getting screwed around out here. And I know Trump has a gold-plated apartment, but in an odd way, he's appealing to the Rust Belt. And I think I heard Romney's coming out tomorrow. You know, I love Mitt. I work for him. I voted for him. I don't know what he's doing if he's not jumping in. If he's just coming out to trash Trump, I'm starting to think, oh, I see. Trump's going to be, or he's going to be done in by the Republicans. It's going to be that et tu, Brute thing in the Senate shower where the long knives come out. And there's no coincidence involved that there's a RU in Cruz, Rubio, and Brute. These guys are going to go after him, which is absolutely it's startling to me.
What Miller is referring to is tomorrow morning in Utah, Mitt Romney is going to deliver an address that we believe is going to be kind of an anti-Trump tone. But let me tell you something about Trump. You raise a good point. He's a billionaire, but the blue collars love him. But he's essentially a blue collar guy, Miller. I mean, I sit there at the game with Trump, and I mean, you know, we're not eating caviar. We're eating hot dogs. All right. And he's an ex-shortstop. I mean, he played baseball. I mean, he doesn't walk around.
Listen, all that seems superfluous to me. He's starting to make some good enemies. And that always intrigues me. Listen, I think Ted Cruz seems like a smart guy, but he's stiff, man. They got to pump some goose grease into those armpits and get him moving. Rubio, I'm almost afraid to talk against now because I thought I knew him a week ago. I didn't know him at all. He is a nasty piece of work. And I find it interesting that Rubio only found his voice when tellingly the higher-ups above him in the GOP told him to find his voice.
Well, he had to
weird
do that, though. To get the attention that he needed, he had to do it.
I don't know, Billy.
I don't think he's a nasty guy.
I liked Rubio for a long time. You know that. In the last week, I find him shaky. His theory...
I don't think he's...
Just let me get this in. It's a great joke. It's a great joke that I'll get out of the way. Just this one. His theory on losing fascinates me, Rubio, about there being other people. And, you know, Marco, Carolina would have won the Super Bowl if Denver wasn't in it. Okay? I get that. But you got to start winning somewhere.
All right, Miller, that's a good point. The point I wanted to make is...
Joke. Go ahead.
By nature, Trump's not that nasty a guy. He's not. And by nature, Rubio's not. They're doing what they do because they think it's the pathway to victory. That's it. Dennis Miller, everybody.